this is going on YouTube, so I gotta do that again. So we're gonna be watching when troopers use pit maneuvers with zero mercy. Let's get it.
On July 8th, 2023, Florida Highway Patrol troopers spotted an orange Ford Mustang and a white Porsche Panamera racing down Interstate 4 at over 120 miles per hour. Both cars were pulled over, and two troopers conducted the stops, one for each driver. Everything seemed routine until the driver of the Panamera suddenly hit the gas and fled.
Yo, when them cops be doing that, right? You think they be getting that rush? Or they just get used to it after a time? You know that rush I'm talking, bro? Like when you even see the cops, I'm not a cop, but when you see cops and shit, like you be getting a rush, bro. Even though, even if you're gonna stop, even if you're not doing shit, like.
Within seconds, the second trooper jumped back into his cruiser, and the chase was on.
31, space 130.
The trooper boxed in the Porsche and even executed a pit maneuver, but the suspect somehow managed to recover and take off again. From that moment, the chase went to a whole new level. The Panamera pushed its limits, weaving through traffic and pulling away fast. But just a few minutes later, troopers closed the distance once again, refusing to let him escape. After the pit maneuver, the passenger tried to make a run for it, but he was stopped almost immediately along with the driver. Both were arrested and taken into custody, bringing this wild, high-speed chase to an end. After putting so many lives in danger, the suspects were finally brought to justice.
Crazy, bro.
It was September 4th, 2022, when a trooper Matthew was stationary monitoring traffic when a white SUV flew past him well over the posted speed limit. He pulled onto the highway, lights and sirens blaring, trying to make a simple traffic stop, but as it usually goes, this wouldn't end with a ticket. It would turn into a high-speed chase. As the suspect hit the shoulder to pass a truck, he nearly lost control, the SUV swerving wildly before straightening out. But that didn't slow him down. He kept weaving through traffic,
Bro, what
pushing
type of
past
car is
100
this,
miles
bro?
per hour. No matter what the suspect did, the
I
trooper
don't think
stayed
this
right
car can
behind
hit
him,
110.
locked on, waiting for the perfect moment to strike.
I think 110 is a lot. That worked out, huh?
Show me your hands! Get out!
This is what happens when you drive at speeds higher than your IQ. And this is how Arkansas state troopers get things done. After waiting for the perfect moment, the trooper went straight in, slamming into the suspect's vehicle and ending the chase no matter the
I don't know
speed.
why he
The
braked it,
suspect
though.
was quickly arrested and taken into custody. When asked, he said it was his first time in Arkansas, and the trooper made sure to welcome him the right way.
Never, bro.
It was just after midnight on January 25th.
Like even before this starts, like most of these chases, bro, they happen in Arkansas. I don't know how many of you realize that, but most of the police chases happen in Arkansas.
2023, when a Georgia state trooper sitting at a red light on Peachtree Road spotted a black Dodge Charger flying by at nearly 70 miles per hour in a 35 zone. When the trooper made a U-turn and activated his lights, the Charger initially appeared ready to stop, but then the driver slammed the gas and took off. What followed was pure chaos through downtown Atlanta. The Charger weaved through traffic, blew through multiple red lights, and even drove on the wrong side of the road at triple-digit speeds. Backup units quickly joined the chase as the suspect sideswiped a Suburban, ran off the road, and tore through parking lots in a desperate attempt to escape. After multiple pit maneuvers, the driver bailed out and took off running. Troopers immediately gave chase. Some sprinted after him on foot while others followed close behind in their patrol cars. determined not to let him get away.
I'm gonna whip your ass! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Inside the car, officers discovered an assault-style rifle with a 100-round drum magazine, marijuana, and open alcohol. The driver was identified as 25-year-old Caleb McNeil, who was already out on bond for multiple open cases. That night, McNeil... On July 24, 2022, outside of Forest City, Arkansas, Trooper Hess attempted to pull over a vehicle driven by 19-year-old John Bomar. Dispatch had warned that the young man was possibly suicidal, but instead of stopping, Bomar fled, pushing the trooper into a desperate pursuit down rural roads.
Forest City, I'm 1037, passing on double yellow. Traffic light, speed 65, accelerating. Before, I didn't see him use a turn signal whenever he took the 242 exit. He used the turn signal to swap lanes, but I was going to use that to talk to him, just check on him. Still southbound on Newcastle, going towards Arkansas Avenue. In the curve, speed's 55 miles an hour, no traffic. Towards the interstate. Northbound on Washington. 13, are you close where you can come up here and pit him? Almost to the interstate, I'll let you know. Okay, staying northbound, 84 miles an hour, northbound, coming under the interstate.
Down on 1, speeds of about 100, traffic light.
As the chase continued, the suspect pushed his car past 110 miles per hour, flying down the highway with no signs of slowing. Primary Trooper Hess held back, keeping the vehicle in sight while waiting for backup to arrive. Moments later, another trooper joined the pursuit and immediately took over as the primary unit, setting the stage for what would soon become a devastating end.
That's the car he was going for.
Pit. Start at 1016. Start at 1016.
The suspects rolled several times and landed on its side. Troopers rushed in, shouting commands for the driver to exit, but there was no response. Moments later, they realized why. He wasn't even inside the vehicle. Just a few meters away, they found him lying on the ground, unresponsive. Despite their efforts, the 19-year-old was pronounced dead at the scene. It was August 10th, 2025, just after 3:30 in the morning, when Florida Highway Patrol Trooper David Blake clocked a Ford Mustang flying down Lee Boulevard at 104 miles per hour in a 45 zone. When the trooper tried to make a traffic stop, the driver slowed down, but only for a second. Moments later, he punched the gas, launching into a dangerous high-speed chase that would push both man and machine to the limit.
48 Delta, Uniform Alpha Charlie. Delta, Uniform Alpha Charlie, we are on Homestead. We'll be in the 7-Eleven parking lot, Homestead in Alabama, 7-Eleven parking lot. Speed, that's the usual lead. We're on Fillmore Avenue.
think that won't
Trooper
do it.
Blake stayed locked in, attempting multiple pit maneuvers until finally forcing the Mustang off the road and into the front yard of a residence.
I do the emergency brake, I swear, bro.
Both the driver and his passenger were detained without further incident. Inside the Mustang, troopers found a loaded Glock, marijuana, and open alcohol containers. The driver, 21-year-old Chapal Moore, showed clear signs of intoxication. After a night of chaos and danger, he was arrested on multiple felony charges, including aggravated fleeing and DUI. Another chase over and another reminder. Out 21st, 2021, in Broward County, Florida, Florida Highway Patrol troopers were alerted to a stolen vehicle in the area. After several units responded, one trooper spotted a car matching the description, but when he tried to make a stop, the driver hit the gas and took off. The first trooper couldn't keep up, but another trooper coming from the opposite direction crossed the median, quickly closing in on the suspect and moving in to stop him. The suspect was flying down the highway at an extremely high speed, weaving through traffic and even using the shoulder to pass cars. Seeing how dangerous it was becoming, the primary trooper stayed close behind, waiting for the right moment to end it.
Yo, when you're on the interstate, you're born to get caught, bro. You're born to get caught on the interstate. Unless you're in like a tri-state, like New York, you know, when you have them parkways and shit. Cause you know some places where you can't go over certain limits, like the cops can't go over certain limits. Whoever is running could, and you can't recall like the helicopter and shit, like in the tri-states. But like open road like this, bro, I don't know where you're gonna run to unless you got the fastest car on the earth. Unless you're running a souped up shit, I don't see where you're going.
That's okay.
At least he didn't run.
Get on the ground now.
Buddy.
The trooper finally brought the suspect's vehicle to a stop, and all three occupants jumped out with their hands up. Troopers quickly moved in, arresting all three and taking them into custody, bringing this dangerous chase to an end. These guys just learned the hard way why you never run from the police, especially the Florida Highway Patrol. On October 12, 2025, Arkansas State Trooper Ethan was on routine patrol when a blue Mustang caught his attention. The driver couldn't maintain his lane, so the trooper decided to follow and observe. Without lights or sirens, he stayed behind, but the driver clearly noticed. Moments later, after taking an exit and stopping at a red light, the Mustang suddenly hit the gas, and just like that, a simple observation turned into a full-blown pursuit. The trooper quickly closed the distance. As the suspect made a sharp left turn and the road ahead cleared, Trooper Ethan shifted gears, this time not giving the suspect a single second to breathe. The chase was on, and the trooper was ready to end it fast.
What's your speed?
68, 1 mile per gun. East of 46. Has the Russell.
Have to Russell. Here's 140 off the road, together.
Passing Cotton.
Passing Cotton.
North on Red Dot.
Approaching ground cross.
With narrow county roads and barely any room to maneuver, the trooper had a hard time setting up for a pit. Every time he got close, the suspect slammed on the brakes, trying to force him back. There was no space to get around, but Trooper Ethan wasn't giving up. He stayed patient, waiting for the perfect second to strike.
Passing Alpha.
Trooper pit. BOR. East 52nd Street. West on Brantley Ave. East, sorry.
East on Brantley Avenue.
Back on Jackson. Stepping on Round Top.
Oh. Thirsty.
Jump out on Alpha.
Crashed out on Round Top and Bradley.
After multiple pit maneuvers, the suspect finally made his own mistake, losing control and crashing off the road. But instead of surrendering, he jumped out and took off on foot. The trooper wasn't far behind. After a short chase, the suspect was caught and taken into custody, facing a long list of charges. Another pursuit over, and another reminder that running from the Arkansas State Police never ends well.